Hello, it's Lilias Ahmeira again from Mitochondrial Rescue, and today our topic is aviation, everything to do with flying, airport staff, in particular airline pilots and cabin crew. First of all, I want to give a great big shout out and say thank you for the job that you do. You work ridiculous hours at times, different time zones, and we really appreciate it. But I also want to say thank you because we know that there is a great toll on your body for the things that you do. When you get above 10,000 feet, the cosmic radiation of the sun knocks out your mitochondria. I hear you saying, what on earth are mitochondria? They are tiny bacteria in every cell in your body that create the power for you to run every resource in your body, your digestion, your methylation, your sleep. All of these things, your regeneration has to happen because you have the power through your mitochondria to achieve this. So when you are flying, you are generally flying at between 30 and 40,000 feet, which means that your mitochondria become compromised and they don't work as well, which means you do not have the ability to regenerate as you would like to do. And when cabin crew and pilots have been working for a number of years, various issues may start to occur, and these are the sorts of things that we commonly find with our patients who come to us who have these sorts of jobs: cardiovascular issues, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and these all come from a lack of power in the body because your mitochondria has been knocked out from the relentless long-haul flights that many of you have been doing. So what are the hazards of flying? Well, first of all, apart from you losing your mitochondria, you also have the toxic fumes coming in of solvents from aviation fuel. For those of you who work in airports, you are excuse me, breathing this in the whole time. Solvents are things that are breathed in, they're easily vaporized at room temperature, you absorb them through the skin. But for many of you, they go straight to the brain because the brain has lots of fatty tissues in there and it likes to be deposited in those areas. It is also metabolized through the liver. So that's not a good thing, and solvents tend to stay in the body until they are detoxed, and if your body hasn't got the power to detox them, then you are into trouble, and there's brain fog and all sorts of things that can arise from that. Sitting on flights for a long period of time, you're breathing in everybody else's air and every cough, cold, lurgy that is going around. And if you have a compromised immune system, when you get off the plane in 2 or 3 days' time, quite often many people are expressing the cough, lurgy or bug that was going around in the airplane air conditioning. So we don't want any of those things. So what are we going to do about it? Well, if you can nourish your mitochondria, then basically we can help to diminish those things. But we have some protocols through Mitochondrial Rescue that are able to support you in this. Now, the Russians wanted to be the first people to put a man on Mars, and they discovered that when you go into space, you age exponentially. In fact, a cosmonaut will age 8 times faster for every year he spent on Earth. And every time that you go into a long-haul flight, you are beginning to age ever so slightly. We're not quite going to Mars, but you are still at 30 to 40,000 feet. And they discovered that the body needs 300 milligrams of carnosine per kilo of body weight every 2 hours to keep the mitochondria at its optimum. So for a normal person, that equates to about 500 capsules of normal over-the-counter carnosine, which is what we use to nourish the mitochondria, every 2 hours. So that's about 3,000 a day. There's no way you could do that. So the clever scientists have been able to potentize it. It took them about 15 years to achieve this, and now you are able to take 1 or 2 capsules in the morning and in the evening, and you can nourish your mitochondria. So this will enable you to protect it whilst you're flying. The product is called Carnosine Extra, and it will enable you to keep regenerating. It will also mean that if you take this throughout your flight, that when you have your time off between long-haul flights, then you are able to recuperate quicker. You will not be trying to get over jet lag in the same way. You will be able to enjoy your time off. Now, the other aspect we mentioned was the coughs and colds and bugs that are circulating on flights. We also have a very potentized Stimuno-complex, which is a beta-glucan combination of predominantly reishi, and this will help to look after your immune system. And when this is taken throughout flights, we find that people, again, their immune system is being supported, and when they arrive at their destination, they can enjoy their holiday, they can enjoy their time off, and usually they are not coming down with whatever was circulating around the aeroplane at the time. So these are the things that are important to us. We love the work you do. We appreciate you getting to our destination, but we also want to look after you. So if we can nourish your mitochondria, if we can, by doing so, ensure that you have the right regeneration, the likelihood of you succumbing to chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, cardiovascular issues are hugely diminished, because your body's resources are being looked after, the power in your body is there, and therefore you have the defenses to look after your body. So that's it from me today. Mitochondrial Rescue signing out. Don't forget to nourish that mitochondria, and please hit the like button at the bottom of the page if there is one on this one. And it's been lovely chatting to you today. Many thanks indeed. Bye bye.